is. Am I live? I hope so. Hey, everybody. My name is Jen Goodwin. I am very excited to be here, and I'm very happy to be one of Corinne's um, Academy graduates, Angel Academy. I just want to check that I am streaming because I did a whole time once and I wasn't on the right page. It happens, I know. I don't see myself. Let me just check. It says I'm live. I clicked all the right things. Bree, hey, I'm here. Oh my gosh. How are you? I'm so excited to see you. Now I feel like I can just be myself. Okay. If you can see me, it's good. So today, what are we going to do today? Hello, Sarah. Thank you. Today, we are going to be connecting with the elements. And of course, we're all a part of the elements. And I'm going to actually start today with a poem. So I'm going to read this, and I just want you to anchor it all in. We're going to be doing a little bit of digging together. We're going to be doing a little bit of excavating, but we're going to tap into the power of the elements and how they can transform your life and return you to the wildness, right? Before, what do they say, that saying? They paved paradise. Inside of us, we have paradise. We are infinitely connected to paradise, and the conditions of our lives, many lives, and all of those imprints and all of that paves that paradise, right? And the elements can get us back connected to our wildness, the things that some of us are afraid to experience. Now, I could do a complete series on just elements, but the next 3 days, we're going to be tapping into some of my favorite things to do with it. But like I said, gorgeous women and any men that join us, I'm going to start with a poem. So I just want you to take a breath. You can close your eyes if you want. I'm going to read this to you, and I just want you to attune to whatever feels right for you. And then we're going to jump in. And so you might want to have a pen or pad handy, or you can just put your comments in the chat and come back to it, because tomorrow we're going to put some of this stuff together. And you might even want to draw a star or a pentagram. We're going to do some fun stuff. Okay, so take a minute. I've already called in all of our angels and guides. I've called in the elementals and the elements themselves. And now I want you to connect to them. So I want you to take a breath. Feel that breath moving into your body. I am. I am like water. Objects can glide through me, and I let them pass. When they are gone, I return to my normal shape, still remaining clear. I can send little pieces of myself out into the world as mist in the air, and what I send out comes back tenfold as in raindrops, always replenishing my body. I can be stormy or I can be calm. All in all, I move with the currents of life. My life's highs and lows are like waves that glide onto the shore. I also have parts of me that are deep and dark, where you must search to find its treasures. Within me, I have an abundance of love to wash over and share with the creatures of this world. As in all things in life, if you absorb what is offered, you can be refreshed. But if you try to grasp, I will flow through your fingers. I am like earth. I have my own tapestry that decorates my surface. The colors of my eyes, skin, and hair, similar to the grass and flowers that decorate the earth. I also have deeper layers that reach many, many levels. Here is where the nourishment is stored to keep me growing. Parts of me die off to be reborn, and the parts that die off help to replenish the growth of the ones being born. I am constantly growing and changing. Beliefs and thoughts can grow from within out into the world like mighty trees. Then, when released, can help replenish the fellow creatures of this world. I am like air, light and free, able to surround and nourish, strong enough to hold a plane in the sky, but flexible enough to allow a leaf to glide through me to the ground. Able to allow the parts of me that can help others out into their lives, and the parts not needed can be exhaled back into the world. I can be bright and clear, or I can be dark and stormy. The storms are needed to release all the emotions and make room for the light. Again, objects can glide through me without distorting my shape. I remain clear, and when they are gone, I am as I was, as I will always be, myself. I am like fire, full of warmth and light. Within me, I have an eternal flame that shines out into the world no matter what form I take. I am able to expand warmth to those in need, to shine my light out in hopes of helping others find their way. I try not to use my gifts that are given to burn or destroy, but to guide and soothe. I can assimilate the nourishment I receive from the world around me to help me grow. Anything absorbed that is not needed can be burnt off and released. I take great care to always tend to my own light, for with constant care, I will continue to grow. I am like spirit. I am infinite. I am forever, ever expanding, evolving, loving. Elements are forever changing, growing, taking many different shapes and colors. All the elements are within us. We are one and the same. Our purpose is to heed the gifts we are given, to allow them to help us change and grow, learning from what we can from the storms and the rainbows of life, and help us replenish our fellow elements of the world. It is our choice how we share the gifts we are given, whether we allow water to flow rather than drown, to allow earth to strengthen, not bury, to allow air to nourish, not suffocate, to allow fire to warm, not burn, and to allow light to cast out all darkness. I just wanted to start with connecting you to all of that. But now we're going to dive in together and we're going to do a little bit of excavating. So we're going to start with earth, guys. And so I just want you to invite the earth element. Yes, free. I want you to invite the earth element. I want you to feel the stability and groundedness, the potential of earth and the stillness of earth. Earth can also be the element of beginnings and endings, death and rebirth. And you know how they're one and the same, right? With each death, there's a birth. With each ending, there's a beginning. With each beginning, there's an ending. We get so caught up in fear of letting go that we don't grow. We stop growth. So I just want you to connect and feel the life that's coming from the ground. And feel also at this time, especially this time of year, what you're ready to let go of that can decompose back into the earth. Things that you're ready to let go of. And we're going to ask some questions, and you can either jot these down or answer in the comments. I did write some notes this time. Okay. So we're going to first connect to some attributes that are very, very powerful from the earth. So I want to let you know that I don't want you to get too hung up on this. The first thing that comes to your mind, that's what I kind of want you to go with. That very first thing that hops into your mind. Don't even question it. Just jot it down or throw it in the comments. So you're connected to the earth, but inside of you, what nourishes you? What nourishes you? And just the first thing, it might be random, just write it down or throw it in the comments. And I'm just going to give it a second. And the next question, we're going to move through them because I don't want you getting hung up. And if nothing comes, just leave the question hanging. Vibrations, Bree. Oh, I love that. Oh, I got goosebumps with that one. Okay, what strengthens you? What strengthens you? Not what gives you strength, because we have a lot of hangups on what gives us strength. We have programs and beliefs about that. But what strengthens you? And just throw it in the comments or throw it on your notes. And I have a third question. What connects you? What connects you? For myself, music connects me. Music connects me to my body. I love dancing. I love music. Nature in any form connects me. So I'm just going to throw out some examples for you guys. For me, what strengthens me is spirit, connections to spirit. Angels and guides, and love. Love strengthens me. Even in the darkest hour, I can find love. Nourishes me. I'm trying to do the quick thing. The first thing that came to my mind was life force energy. Life force energy nourishes me. So I just want you to sit with those questions and write them down. If you don't get things right in that, if you're not quick, strengthens divine connections. Beautiful. Yeah, me too. And now we're going to kind of go where there might be some elements of your earth that is a little bit holding you back. So this is where we're going to dig deep, right? We're going to do some healing. We're going to do some work. So I'm calling in your angels and guides. I want you to tune in and ask yourself, what is buried in you? This could have been buried in your childhood. This could have been buried before you even came into this lifetime. I just want you to tune in and ask yourself, and this could be anything, my power, self-love. And when I say buried, I mean it wasn't allowed to grow or expand. It was covered up. And this can be anything. And I just want you to tune in and ask, what is buried in me? First thing I heard from still myself, my power. I'm still not connected. It's there and it's not there. And there's doubts and there's all that kind of stuff. So I would have written down power. I'm going to the next question, guys, because we're going to move quick. You can write down the questions and you can work on this later. And we're going to tune into some stuff tomorrow when we come back. What has not been allowed to grow in you? So is it your gifts? Is it love? Is it abundance? What has not been allowed to grow? We're not even going to ask from who, how, where, why, what. We're not getting into the stories. We're just asking, what has not been allowed to grow? So you can just tune in. What haven't I allowed to grow? Or what has not been allowed to grow? And those are two very different questions. Confidence, Bree. Wow, I got goosebumps with that. And that actually made me a little teary too. Bree knows I work through emotions when I tune into those emotions. And I want you to kind of tune in to the difference of those two questions. What have I not allowed to grow in me? And what is not allowed to grow in me? Because those are two very different. One is an inside influence, one is an outside influence. And what came first, the chicken or the egg, right? Sometimes we don't know, but it's all the fun of the excavation because all this is done with love. And now we have an interesting question. I love this question with working with the elements. You're working with earth, and I want you to ask, what are my seeds? This is really cool because we all have seeds. These are our dreams, our aspirations, but they're also our gifts. Some of those seeds have been laying dormant. Some of them we just harvested and we are ready to reseed or grow something. Or maybe, we're in this season of harvesting right now and we're going into the dormant. Well, this is the time to tap into those seeds, the ones that you want to sprout in the spring. And this is the time to really tune into the seeds of your dreams, but also the seeds of the gifts of who you really are, where you really come from. Those seeds might not be from the same plants that you were grown with, like the same energy family that you were born into. You could have seeds from other lifetimes that are very powerful that have not been able to grow in this lifetime. So again, play with this, play with this. The other side of that is, what are the weeds? So if you have seeds that are your gifts and your aspirations and your dreams and all these things that you want to nourish, we want to tap into what you need to let go of, what needs to die, what needs to be decomposed, especially this time of year. What old stories, what old identities, what old conditions, where did paradise get paved that has not allowed those seeds to grow? And also, what weeds, which can be the conditioning also, have strangled out some of the space that is not leaving room? So these are just some questions to play with and to follow other people's judgments. Weeds, yeah. Okay, so now we've got some information. We're going to move on because today we're just gathering. Today we're in the forest and we're gathering all of this beautiful information. Tomorrow we're going to do some clearing with it, some work with it, and some alignment with it. So we're going to move from the earth now. So I want you to thank the earth element. I want you to thank your body, because your body is very much connected to the earth element. There's all the elements in your body, but just thank your body, thank the earth. Thank you for all the nourishment. Thank you for all the wisdom. I just want you to close your eyes and take a breath and feel the earth. And breathe. And we're going to move to water. One of my favorite elements, water. Okay, let me find my water questions that guidance gave me. There we are. Okay, so I want you to just imagine the most beautiful body of water that you can imagine. And water, of course, is the element of emotion. Thanks, Bree. I love this. Okay. And it's the unconscious, right? The air is like the conscious intellectual and water is the unconscious. So I like working with them side by side because one is the conscious and one is the un. And water is the element that can interact with all of our physical senses. It's just, it flows through us, it cleanses us, it nurtures us in so many ways because it's such a um, feminine element. So it's very nurturing. So I want you to take a breath and connect to water. Connect to the element of water. And we're going to start again with what is flowing in your life. So what is flowing right now? What's flowing? For me, energy is flowing right now. Vitality is flowing right now. I just came out of getting sick. I was sick. And now I can feel this, like, sometimes when you've been sick and you come out of it, you actually feel like you're a different person. Like, what the heck did I just let go of? What did I just transform? I feel like I'm getting back in the flow. I'm really feeling water. But because water is also the emotional aspects of things, some of the flow might be some heavy emotions. A lot of people right now are purging a lot of stuff. So what's flowing for you right now? Now let's move to the other side. What's stagnant? You know how when water doesn't flow, when it has nowhere to go, it starts to get very stagnant. It starts to get murky and not clear and diseased. And our body, our energy, our chakras, our meridians, all of that. Hey, Joanna, nice to see you, honey. I'm glad you're on here. Um, so where in your life right now are you feeling stagnant? Or where are you feeling stagnant even in your energy or in your body? And if this is like too fast, play with these questions later. I want to get as much as I can in this hour because elements, there's just endless stuff that I could play with you guys with. Wow, I just felt Archangel Gabriel come in. Archangel Gabriel for me works very much on the emotional, the West, right? And in the emotional realms. So I can just feel Archangel Gabriel here to hold space for any emotional stuff that's a little bit stagnant or, yeah, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Releasing toxic relationships. Ooh, I got goosebumps. No wonder Gabriel's here. Oh, let's call in Michael for that too, Bree. Yeah, cut those cords. Help you. Oh, sending so much love and support to you. Okay. Now, I love this question with the water. I love this. Let's all become pirates. Okay. Well, I guess pirates steal, so maybe not pirates. Let's become scuba divers. What treasures are buried deep within you? What treasures are at the bottom of your deep, deep, deep reserves? You know how in the ocean, there's parts of the ocean no one even knows what's down there? This is where I want you to go. I want you to go and find what the treasure is that it's time to bring to the surface in your life. It's time. We are at this time on the planet where there's no more excuses for playing small or not following what your magic is or why you're here. Whatever conditions have happened to you, it can be completely transformed. And this is where I want you to find creativity. Yes, Ellen, mermaids. Mermaids. Yes, let's be mermaids. Why didn't I think of that, Ellen? Oh my God. Let's be mermaids. Go down and find that buried treasure. And this is a completely separate exercise. If you guys are into crafting, art, any type of that, I'd love you to do a little art thing about what your treasure is. You could draw a little treasure box and put inside of it. Some of your treasure is creativity. Some of your treasure is your connections to spirit. Some of your treasure is your power that you haven't even friggin' tapped into yet and you've been afraid of because of all the crap that has happened to people who are powerful. So find that treasure. Yay for mermaids. Oh my God, this is a mermaid clan. I'm going to move my thing so you can see her. There she is. Yay for mermaids. I got mermaids all over, girl. Oh my God. My tail is over there. My pillows with mermaids. We're having a mermaid party. Okay. So the other question with water is what needs to flow? So when you're tapping into that question, what is stagnant? And I'm just giving you the tools to play with. We're not going to be able to do all of it today. But what is stagnant? Well, then what needs to flow? So if something's stagnant, cut off usually, like think of a beaver dam, right? Something's come in and put all of this damming energy, and think of that in every sense of the word. Especially against power, especially against whatever power, like minority, female, anything that has told you that you can't be powerful. Don't get me started on that one. But you shared it to Love Fest. Thank you, Joanna. Am I not in Love Fest? I clicked all the ones on top, so I don't even know where I am, but I'm glad you guys found me. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing. I clicked everything, but Who knows? I did this last time. So wherever you guys find me, I'm so glad. Okay. So what needs to flow? What needs to flow? And then, how I said all the elements are together. I can't find you. Kathy, you can't find me. Did you? Oh, oh, so what did I do? The technical stuff is always my downfall. I will promise to try to do better tomorrow. I see all of the things clicked, but obviously I did something wrong. Okay, guys, on laptop. Okay, let me just see. Let me just see if I can somehow get myself in there if I'm not in Love Fest. Oh, I am. I'm there. Okay. I am. Okay. All right, guys. So the damned up thing. I wanna come back to that. While we're in that, got a little tap on the shoulder. We're gonna do a little healing for everybody that's here. Okay. Anywhere in any time in this lifetime or any other lifetimes, it is commanded that anywhere that you have been considered damned or anything about you that is magical, spiritual, powerful, that is considered evil or damned or sinful, be cleansed, cleared in all places in time, so that you can flow with that beautiful power that you are of your own love and divinity, your own sovereignty. I just needed to bring that in because I was getting some antsy energy that I kind of get when there's some really big blocks with some words that I say. If I say a word, I feel it. So we're going to move on. We're going to move to air because you know how I said I like doing air and water together. And I'm just going to find, I have notes on here. I have notes to keep me on here because otherwise I will just go off on tangents like that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, breathe. Okay. So I just want you to take a breath now. We're going to thank water. Thank you, water, for all of the blessings you bring to our lives. Thank you for the nourishment and the flow and the expansion. Thank you for carrying us, for allowing ourselves to just lay back and allow the current and the buoyancy of the gifts that are underneath the surface carrying us. I thank you. I thank you, water. Okay, so now let's invite air. I want you to take a really good breath. Air is life force. And how many of us don't breathe properly? Do you ever notice you're going through your day, not only is your shoulders up, but you're just shut, like you're not even taking full breaths? We are so programmed to not breathe. We are put in these positions constantly of being on high stress, high alert, hyper vigilant, fear, that we're always telling the body with different messages, or the world is telling us, and it just stops us from fully getting that life force energy into our lungs and then into every cell in our body. So I want you to take a moment together and just really let your belly let go. Just let it go. Let the diaphragm drop. Let the shoulders drop. Let that air, but I don't want you just breathing in through your nose and your mouth. I want you to feel your whole body breathing, because everywhere that air is touching you, which is everywhere, like right now, we're moving through the air. The air is constantly surrounding us. It's amazing when you think about it. You are being caressed 24 hours a day by air. And then you're bringing that into your body and you're exhaling what you don't need out of your body. It's a miracle. It really is. But I want you to feel the magic of air. I see it as sparkly. I see it as filled with life, like the life in air is amazing. And I just want you to breathe that in to anywhere inside of your body that needs it. And also, air is the element of intelligence, right? So it's the mental body as well. It's creativity, it's beginnings, it's active, it can be considered a masculine element. And I just want you to tune into those parts of air as well, the parts that are the intellect, because this is the stuff we're going to tap into. Let's find air. Okay. So here's some questions for air, guys. What lifts you up? What lifts you up? And this makes you feel inspired, in spirit. What lifts you? This lifts me, connecting with people and sharing. This gets me so excited. I feel like I'm just like in my living room with all of my friends, and we're hanging out with tarot cards and candles and doing some magical stuff together. This lifts me right up. I want you to feel what lifts you, because that is a clue to where your power is and what your purpose is. And it can be the simplest things: giving, watching people in their passion, giving. Oh my God, isn't that so fun? Giving, 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 giving. It does, it lifts, right? All right. What supports your dreams? And this is an interesting question, because I said what. I'm not saying who, because we're not going into that right now, which is a whole other, we could do a whole hour on that. But what? So that opens it up to what thoughts support your dreams, what actions support your dreams, what feelings support your dreams. And because we're in the mental body right now, thoughts are really powerful. Thoughts are very important. This is your intellect. So what? Positivity. Yes. Smiles. Vicky, I love it. Okay. Now here's some interesting ones, because we're in the mental body, but we're with air. Now I really want you to ask yourself an honest question. What lies are you telling yourself? Now, this is interesting, because we tell ourselves lies all the time. I'm not as important as that. My feelings are important. I'm no good at this. Things we've never tried. Or somebody told us we were no good at it and we just believed it. I want you to spend time on this question, even off this session, because I really want you to tune in that air, into that intellectual body, that mental body. What lies are you telling yourself? Because you can't start living your truth until you actually pay attention to the lies that you're actually telling yourself. And that goes side together with what lies do you believe from others? And of course, a lot of the lies we're telling ourselves are lies that others told us, and then we jumped on board with them because it was from people that we trusted or they were important. But now is the time on the planet, namaste, now is the time on the planet to stop lying. I used to think, I used to have this thing. Probably the worst thing anybody could have ever called me in my life was a liar. That would have been the worst insult, because I had such an idea of integrity and honesty and just that would have been the biggest insult that someone could have called me, was a liar. And I finally sat with it and I was like, why is this such a charge? Why am I so afraid of somebody thinking I'm lying? And I realized I was lying to myself all the time, and I was lying to other people. How are you today? I'm great, thanks. I wanted to always stay positive, that I never allowed people to see if I was like the animal, right? If you're wounded, you go in the cave, you deal with it on your own, you do what you need to do, and then you come back into the world. Yes, I love simple truth. But I didn't even realize that I was a liar. I was a big fat liar. I was like lying about what my body needed. I was lying about how much pain I was in back then. I was lying about my emotional needs, because I didn't think I should have any. I thought I was just there to help other people. Even as a healer, healers need healers. Like the thing I learned about the Angel Academy, if you ever consider, if your heart is thinking, I want to be a part of it, my God, say yes. Because you know what I learned? I learned it changed my life. I actually say there was before the Angel Academy and there was after, because it transformed me in so many ways. One of the ways is healers need healers. You need other people. And it's amazing to know that, I don't know, that's a whole other, I'm getting off. See, that's why I have notes, guys, to keep me on track. But the lies. So I want you to kind of sit with that. Where are there lies that you're still telling yourself? And where are there lies that other people have told you that you're still buying into? You're still giving energy to it. You're still allowing it to play in the back of the mental body. Carolyn, thank you, honey. Back there, right? And this is an excavation. This is where you're digging down, and there's no judgment. There's absolutely no judgment, because when you meet yourself with just love and acceptance, transformation happens. Okay, so we are, I'm trying to find where I was there. The lies. Okay, so also take a breath. What is suffocating you? Air can be beautiful, but it also can be withheld. And we withhold from ourselves. And also, when we do that, we suffocate things. We suffocate our dreams. We suffocate our growth. We suffocate our power. If you're not letting life force energy into your body, you're slowly suffocating those cells. If you're not letting life force energy into your dreams, you're suffocating those dreams. If you're buying into the lies and if you're buying into the limits, you're suffocating. So I want you to take some time to see where you are suffocating. And if it's uncomfortable, you say that I'm suffocating myself, that makes you triggered or uncomfortable. I just want you to feel where at all you feel suffocated, where you feel, just like with water dammed up, where you feel this life force energy isn't infinitely able to flow to, through, and move into the world from you. And then on the other hand, because we're doing both sides of the coin, right? What is filling you with life? What fills you with life? If you woke up in the morning and you knew what your day was going to be, that you'd wake up filled with so much joy and so much life, that you feel like, my life is so full. My life is so empowered with my own dreams and sparkle. What would that be? And I want you to play with this question too. I want you to play with that, even on your own, because that's another big journal prompt to see what fills you with life. Because this is why we're here, to live and to be filled with life. It's getting me emotional again. And I want you guys to be filled with life. It's my heart suffocating. Wow. I just want to bring lots of love to that, because when I read that, I could feel that for so many of us. And my heartbeat actually raced, like as if it needs air and it needs flow. So physically, mentally, and emotionally, because our heart is all of that. We have a physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual heart. I just want all of our hearts, because everything that everybody shares here, we all can relate to, because we're all so interconnected. And we may have different stories that put us in these positions, but the issues are so connectors, right? So I thank you so much for sharing that, because I just want to bring lots of love to that. And now let's thank air. Thank air. We can live without water for a while. We can live without nourishment for a while, but air, how long, right? I just want you to, wow, I just got dizzy with that. I also want to ask your angels and guides just while we're here. I know the group healing, I'm going to be doing more healing tomorrow. Individual with people, we're going to be like working on your elements individually and calling in the elements and angels and guides to help us. Today, I just wanted to get some of the stuff dug up and into with awareness, but I do want to bring a little bit of healing in with air. So just take some breaths, and I'm just going to ask that anything that is ready, that is no longer serving you in the mental body, any of those lies, old conditions, the lies we've been told, the lies that we believed, and the lies that we tell ourselves on a spiritual level, on a mental level, that keeps us from our spiritual level. Because the thing about our mental body, it is very connected to our spiritual body naturally. Then we get these conditions, right? And it's almost like these stacking blocks come in. And here's your mental body, this beautiful energy field that is like so close, crown chakra, so close to all infinite information, infinite awareness, quantum fields, all that beautiful stuff. But then we're identifying, and we're the and I'm Jen, and I'm small, and I'm, this story, and this and this and this and this. And I'm living in this mental body instead of connecting the mental to the spiritual body, right? So there's so much access here. If we can just allow ourselves to expand and let that life force energy, that infinite self in. And we are letting go of so many storylines on the planet right now. So many storylines. And I just want you to give yourself permission to let go. Even if it makes you wake up tomorrow and you hardly recognize yourself. You're like, who the F is this person? She wants to do this. She all of a sudden feels confident. She feels this. She feels this. Just give permission. I know it's scary. I know it's scary. But fear is also feel the fear and do it anyways. You know that saying? I kind of more like acknowledge the fear, honor that it's there, take it by the hand. I don't want you bulldozing, because if it's some part of you that's very wounded, sometimes you need some TLC to let that part know that it's safe, not pushing and scrumping and telling it, because that's what probably wounded it in the first place from other people, but allowing that part of you to just have an idea that it can be different, and then invite them to that space of knowing that there's more, very gently. Free, you give permission to let go of control. Ooh, control. That's a juicy one. Okay, I got to keep on track, guys. Okay, so we got to go to fire. Fire, fire, fire. Take a breath. Thank you, air. Thank you, air elements. Thank you, angels and guides of air. And let's move to fire. Mm-hmm. I just want you to imagine that there's this beautiful flame that's in front of you. It's like a violet flame, is what I'm seeing. And I just kind of want you to allow yourself to walk right into it. This beautiful violet flame. Now, fire is associated with strength, with activity, with blood, with life force. It's purifying, it's protective, it consumes impurities, and it drives back darkness, right? Fire is a spiritual element as well. Like fire can connect us to a spirit, but also fire is our passion, right? It's light. It's transformative power. It can burn off crap, but light the way. It's so powerful, but it also can be terrifying, right? It can overtake us sometimes. It can burn us out. It can run too hot too long. And if we're out of balance with the other elements, and we don't have we're using way too much air, way too much mental body to burn that fire, we're burning ourselves out. We don't have enough flow with water element, cooling and flowing. We're burning out. We're not grounded in the earth, holding space, and fire can be tricky. But let's dive into some fire. Okay. So the first question, I already talked about it. What are you passionate about? What are you personally passionate about? And passionate can be anything, right? It can be creative, it can be photography, it can be um, your family, cooking, angels. I'm passionate about angels. I'm passionate about nature. But passion is a key, again, to what your gifts are. So there's a question for you. What are you passionate about? Ooh, yeah, fire, baby. Fire, Bree. Okay. On the other side of that, what are you not letting burn away? So I just want you to take a minute. I'm feeling like, when you're afraid to let something go, you're afraid. I'm actually feeling the energy of if I let go of this, I'll have nothing. And sometimes people do this with grief. I've done it with grief. Even letting go of grief, um, that's the last of that person almost. It's like this. If I let go of the grief, I'm letting go of the last of my connection to that person. Um, Fire can come in and be very transformative. Fire can also be anger, right? If it's gone, if it burns too much. And sometimes I could go into all of that of how we protect ourselves with fire. But right now, I want to go back to what are you not letting burn away? You know how sometimes, and I don't really like this, but I know why they do it. They do controlled fires where they actually do a burn so that new growth can actually happen because it's become so dense that nothing new can grow, and they go in and they do a controlled burn, and then all of a sudden all of these plants can come back, and there's all this growth. And think about lava, right? Think about how it comes from the center of the earth and it burns and it covers everything, and it looks like it's destroyed everything, but all of a sudden from it, the ash is so nutrient, all these things start to flourish. And in our lives, sometimes we're afraid to burn those bridges. We're afraid to disconnect to even who we were because we fought fucking hard to be her, right? We got through this, and this. And it was her strength that got her through, or it was her anger that got her through, or it was her survival that got her through. And if I burn that, if I let go of that aspect of myself, who will I be? Will I lose everything that I fought so hard? It's like we carry um, girl guide badges or boy badges of all the things that we have survived. And if we don't still wear these badges on us, does it mean we didn't survive them? I'm saying grab that vest, throw it into the fire. Just let it burn. Let it burn. Exactly. Regenerative. Okay, so with fire, also fire is light. So what are you dimming in your life? What are you keeping dimmed or under a light shade? What are you afraid to bring to the world? There's a part of our light that a lot of us are afraid to shine. We learned this in school. If you're too smart, you're this. If you're too pretty, you're this. If you're too good at sports, you're this. If you're any twos. So people learn to dim, right? And then we're kind of shown that we're good at stuff for the wrong reasons. Like we're taught, okay, you got to fit into this. And if you fit into this and you're really good at it, you're going to get great grades and we're going to approve of you. But all of the stuff over here that didn't fit into this, where'd it go? Like, where did it go? And a lot of us dimmed it down, right? So I want you to spend some time looking at what you're dimming. And a good way, if you can't really touch into some of that, then look into the other side of that coin. What lights you up? What lights you up? And we've touched on this before, but you know how I started it as if you woke up in the morning and you knew you were going to be living your best possible day. that is filled with passion and life, what does that day consist of? Because what lights you up? What would make you bounce out of that bed in the morning? You couldn't wait to start that day. And I'd actually like you to do an exercise, a journal exercise with that. I'm sending you so much homework, guys. It's fun work. It's not homework, it's fun work. If you want to, it's your choice, but it's always fun. And I'm sure most of you that are on here have done write your perfect day as you would feel it, sense it, see it. And because that kind of will show you where you are not living that and what needs to be lit up inside of you. Okay, let me just check that I got good, good, good. Where are we at? Oh my gosh, we're almost done. I haven't even gotten to spirit yet. Okay, guys. So we're going to thank fire. We're going to thank fire and thank you for the passion that ignites us and the life force that flows through us and the connections to spirit. I want to just bring in all the elements that we've touched, because just like the star, like that star that I was talking about, earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. I just want to bring in all those elements because they're all a part of you. And I want them to balance and work with each other. And we're going to work on that more tomorrow. But let's tap into the spirit while we're together. Let's just take a minute and breathe before we get kicked off. Spirit, the element of spirit. Now, of course, that's an endless. How can I put it in a short paragraph about spirit, right? Because it doesn't have any limits. But spirit also, in this sense, also connects to the planets, its tools. It's not just the element of course, your spirit. It's the ethers. It's all of that. But I want to connect to your spirit, your life force energy. And I just want you to take a breath. And I'd like that spirit to come in. Wow, I'm feeling all this juicy energy. So beautiful. I'd love that spirit to come in. And there's just one question for spirit. Where am I disconnected from you? Where and how am I disconnected from you? And this isn't for big, big details, right? Like, just, you can even go like, where am I hiding from you? Because a lot of us actually hide from our own spirit. Isn't that a scary thought? We actually hide from our own spirit. We've been so inundated with fear and shame of our own power for so long. I'm getting emotional with that one. Spirit is like infinitely patient and is always there. Where are you hiding from it? Where are you disconnected? And how can you connect? So we all have beautiful ways. We're doing it right now, right? This love stream is a way to connect to your spirit. There's beautiful, beautiful alchemists on here that are sharing cards and their magic and their mediums. And I've been able to tap into a few. I can't wait till tomorrow to have more time to be able to see everybody's magic. I want you to connect to your spirit. And I want you to connect to all the elements that are you. And I want you to be able to use those elements to heal and transform your life. Where you need more fire, where you need more flow from water, where you need more life force energy from air, where you need to connect more to your spirit, where you need more grounding, nourishing energy from earth, where you need to grow and expand, all of that. And I'm almost out of time. So I just want to take a minute before I go. Tomorrow, we're going to take some of the stuff we did today and we're going to play even more. And we're going to bring in some alignments and attunements. And I just want to see what you guys are doing. Oh, Bree. Oh, honey. Yes. Bree. I love working with Bree. Oh, thank you, honey. I appreciate that. I love coming on here. And Bree, I thank you so much for your love. She's an incredible, gifted woman. Oh, I'm excited for her life future, and everything that's going to come. Thank you, everyone. I'm probably going to be cut off soon. I just want to thank you for joining me tonight. Many blessings. May the elements be with you. I know they are. They're a part of every cell of your being. Open to them, breathe into them, dive into Google, have some fun with some elemental stuff. And nature is your best friend. Connect to every aspect of nature. This is where so many transformational healings come from, just being present in nature and connecting to all of those elements. You are so welcome. I hope to see some of you guys tomorrow. I'll be here same time, same bat channel. And tune into everybody because there's so much magic here. So many beautiful, powerful alchemists. Yay! 2 more sessions. I'm so excited too. Yes, homework, fun work. You have fun work. You have not even work. What should we call it? We should come up with our own thing. I'm going to get kicked off soon. Bye, everybody. Lots of love. I'll see you tomorrow. Tune in to everybody. They're magical.